Sandbox community, whether you're on YouTube, Steam, or on the official site forums. This is Sean K116, and here is the video that you have been waiting for, where we start to take a look at the things that are going to be coming out in the UI update and taking a look at the map and everything. Now, this is going to be done in a few parts. Today we're just going to be looking at the build area and the new features there. Next video we will go over the new settings and stuff like that, as well as the map, and then after that there will be a video regarding the new website that we are going to be getting, as well as the forums. So just keep an eye out for those. I'll probably be releasing them one time a day. So today is the building section, tomorrow will be the map, and the day after that will probably be on the new forums and everything. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start taking a look at the game. Now, for this build that I'm currently using, it has this app launcher to go ahead and set up the inputs and graphics. That is not something that's going to be in the release of the UI update for the pre-alpha. Also, before I had stated that this would take the game from pre-alpha to beta, I was wrong in saying that. This is more of pre-alpha to alpha. So sorry for that mistake. But anyways, without any further waiting or delays, let's go ahead and take a look at the game. Alright, so now that we're loaded, and we can just see that we are loading in the build area. Now, this build version only has this single island, and like I said, we'll be going over that in tomorrow's video, so stay tuned. Let's go ahead and go into actual build mode. Now, in this mode you are able to no clip around, so you can easily build, but in my version of this build I can no clip all across the map and everything. That will not be the case in the version that gets released to the public for the UI update. You'll have a limited range, so you can't just fly around the entire map. You will have to fly. You'll use no clip only in a specific area. So let's go ahead and on this screen just take a look at what we see. We've got file, edit, and builders. Now, under file you can see we have new. That is to start a new build. Open, to open up a previously saved build. Save, to save your build progress, and then save as, to make your first initial save for a new build. Under edit we have tools that we have been waiting forever to get. Undo and redo. So if I make a mistake or I misclick something and my build falls apart, I can just undo. Or if I thought I made a mistake but I didn't, I can hit redo to redo that undo that I just did. Under builders, this is going to be the pipe builder. Now, when I click on this, you can see that it loads me into this area right above the build area, and this grid is in the wrong place. This is not functional yet, so I can't show you how this works yet, but you can just see the basic layout of it. And this will be where you make your custom pipes. Alright, so let's go ahead and close out of that, and we'll go back to here. Now, next up is these three buttons that you see at the top. These may change. Like everything in this video, this is all a work in progress still, so things may or may not still be in the final UI update. If they are, they may be changed or modified. So the tool I've got right now that you can see on my mouse, I have a little icon with two squares and lines. This is our weld tool. The next button is our select tool, so I can select a vehicle engine or wheels and go into the properties like you do in pre-alpha to set the properties of the engine or wheels or types of wheels, stuff like that. And then the third button is our adjustment tool, and this is something that I really think everybody is going to enjoy having. So let's go ahead and switch back to our weld tool for now, and we're going to go down here and click on this round icon. So this brings us up to our browser for our parts. Now, in this build that I have, only these that have the gold star do I have access to. All the rest of these are just placeholders. So to take a look here on the right hand side, to narrow by tag or categories. So if I only want to look at engines, then I just come down here and click on engine. Now, once again, all these are just placeholders, so I can't do anything with those. This is the only one that we have. But let's go ahead and close out of that. Say I want to look at only pipes. Click on pipes, and there we go. So with this, it makes your life a lot easier to locate the part you're looking for. In the pre-alpha version, you got to go through, click, 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 click until you finally get to the page that has your part on it. And this makes it more seamless and easier to find your part. Now let's say that I've got a huge list of things, but I don't remember what category it's in for whatever reason, but I know the name of it. So in this case, we'll search V8 or the V6 engine, and then there we go. We come up with the V6 engine. So that's pretty much how that system works. And you see there will be multiple pages for parts, plenty of space. So let's go ahead and clear that out. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the pipes. So we've got adjustable straight pipe, adjustable pipe, and adjustable curved pipe. So let's go ahead and take a look at the straight pipe first. So we're just going to spawn it, and just like you do in the pre-alpha, we are going to weld it on in place. So just like before, where you can left click and then you can middle mouse click to undo that weld, and then just put it right back on. So now let's take a look at the adjustment tool. Now since this is only a straight pipe, all I can do with it is just this: extend it, shorten it, take it the other direction. So no longer are you having to take line 25 and stack it up to make a really long pipe. With this, it makes building something massive extremely easy. I can take this as far as I want. Like literally, I have dragged one to the edge of the map. That's something in this build. Whether you'll still be able to do that in the final version, I don't know what kind of limits there will be for the pipes. But yeah, so in this case, as you can see, there are these light blue colored arrows, and there's also a dots. These are your nodes that you click on to click and drag. And then the center one, this is how we now move our build around the space, and it moves on the axis that you're looking at. So now if I come to this axis, I can move it sideways, whereas before I was moving it backwards and forward, now I'm moving it side to side, up and down. So that's pretty much it for this straight pipe. Let's go ahead and swap out to the adjustable pipe. Spawn that in, bring out the weld tool, and let's go ahead and weld it on. Now what the adjustable pipe does, instead of moving on just one axis back and forth, this allows me to just click it, or excuse me, there we go. Click it, and now we get our angles, and you can see that you have the little grid as you're moving, so you're counting the cube spaces, as well as the measurements. So if you're trying to mirror build, you can make sure that every pipe is exactly the same. So right now, the view that I have, I'm able to click and drag it up and down, forward and back. If I come to this view, however, I can still go side to side, up and down. But now, as you can see, I actually get a bit of an angle. So with your view, you're going to have different motions and different axes to work with. I hope that I didn't confuse you with that, but you can see what I'm doing here and understand it, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and move this back centered. There we go. And we'll just lower it just a hair. Now with the third type of adjustable pipe, the curved pipe, that is where we go from two-dimensional to three-dimensional. Now if you remember in the pre-alpha, you go to the pipe builder and you can lay out one pipe, put a few curves in it, and then you need a second pipe to really start giving it shape in the build area. You don't have to do that anymore with this. Oops, I just spawned two of them, but it'll be alright. So we'll take this one right here, and we'll just weld it on, and we'll take this one right here and weld it on as well. Might as well, we spawned two of them, right? That's not what I wanted. Of course, let's go ahead and just put it up here. Say we have a really complicated build and we don't want to misclick, so we just come up here to edit, undo, and you can see it undoes the weld. But what if that's where we wanted it, and so we just hit redo. So that shows you the basic function of undo and redo. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get the adjustment tool. And this is where things start to get fun. Now, something to note, in this current build that I have, there are no U-curves like there are in pre-alpha, so I can really only do like a modified S-curve per se. In later builds and in the UI update, there will be U-curves. It's just not in this build yet. So let's go ahead and move this up. And as you can see, it's now like a S-curve shape. Now if we go to this angle right here, oops. If we go to this angle right here, we can start to get the sideways action, the bending. So let's go ahead and, what did I put that at? So 50 by 60. And now we can look at it from this angle, 130, okay? So, once again, we just do this. We got to stretch it out to 130. And then we're going to go up 50. And then over 60. That does not look right. No, I think I had that backwards. I think it's... I'm still learning the system as well, so I apologize for any confusion. I'm still learning it as well. Okay, 60 by 60, not 60 by 50. So 60 and then 60. And that should be... That still doesn't look right. This is where I'd like to have a mirror build. Because stuff like this can really get confusing sometimes. Okay, so 60, 60, 130. Okay, so that's saying it's only out 40. So that should be right now, I think. Alright. I don't know if it's just my perspective that it looks off, but it kind of looks like it's at an angle here for some reason. I'm not sure why it's doing that. But anyways, that just shows you basically how that works. Like I said, I'm still learning this and how the system works, and you know, in pre-alpha I can build pretty much anything, but in this one it's like starting from the basics again. You understand the basic concepts of welding and how to build and stuff, but with these new systems, you know, once again you still got to learn them. So that's just the basics of that. Like I said, there are going to be things that are going to change and everything. So as that happens, I will let you guys know, and make new videos if I get the ability to, if I get the ability to get a later version of builds as they progress, then I'll make videos of them as well. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. I just wanted to show off things that are currently in the build area. Tomorrow's video we'll start looking around the map and the skybox and how the dynamic lighting and shadows all work. So as always, no matter where you are across the world, morning, afternoon, or evening, this is Sean K116, and I hope you take care. Peace.